So this is not the same exact ice test as in the previous video, but it is the same type of test where I filled it to the brim, filled each one of these to the brim, and put the lid on. And we are 24 hours in on this particular test, and this is the Frosti here on the right, Ozark Trail here on the left, and it's pretty much the same, I would say. I, if there was an advantage, I would give it to the Ozark Trail. Um, One thing to remember though with that one is that I could put a little bit more ice in that, maybe just, I don't know, 1 or 2% more ice in there, because the lid is not as deep as on this one over here. So you can put just a little bit more ice in it. So if there is any tiny difference, I think that's why. So these are basically exactly the same. So again, this is 24 hours in, and they basically work exactly the same. So again, $9.74 at Walmart. This is the most popular Yeti knockoff out there, Yeti Rambler knockoff. And this is the one that, when filtering for bad reviews, fake reviews on Amazon, this had very genuine reviews, and it was reviewed quite a few times, and it came out to right around 5 stars. So this is basically the one with the best customer reviews and the cheapest and most popular. And as you can see, they're basically the same. Okay, I want to add just a little addendum to the video and say that when I woke up and looked at these, it was around 32 hours in, and I went ahead and measured the water, poured the water out, and measured it, and looked at the ice. And I apologize that I didn't film that, but anyway, what I noticed was, right around 18 to 24 hours, it seemed like the Ozark Trail had a little bit of an advantage. But it seemed like from 24 to 32 hours, in other words, overnight, while I was sleeping, it seemed like the Ozark Trail really pulled away in terms of performance, in terms of keeping the ice. Went ahead and dumped out the Ozark Trail and Frosti, the water, dumped it out with a spatula to strain it so that the body heat from my hand didn't further melt the ice in one and not the second one. So anyway, the Frosti had roughly 12.5 ounces of water in there. The Ozark Trail had only about 9 ounces of water in there. And then I dumped the ice into bowls and noticed that I'm going to say that the Ozark Trail had roughly double the ice of the Frosti. So it really pulled away in terms of performance from the 24 to 32 hour mark. Maybe it was just, I was looking down in there at 24 hours and couldn't tell what was going on, couldn't tell the volume of ice difference. But I think the main thing to understand, though, a big point to understand with these side-by-side ice tests is it does not mimic real-world situations. All right, in the real world, when you're using these, you just want something to keep your drink cold for a long period of time, and these will both do an excellent job at that. With these ice tests, it does not mimic real world situation at all, because you're filling it full of ice, you're not putting any liquids in there, and you're just storing the ice. Well, who does that? Not anybody that I know. That doesn't serve any purpose. Also, when you go throughout the day, you probably have it filled maybe a third of the way, maybe half of the way with ice. And the important thing to remember is you're pouring liquids over the top of that ice that are not ice cold, and therefore they will melt the ice. And so this idea that you're going to have ice for 24 hours, for 32 hours, you're not in any condition where you actually use these. So that's the important thing to remember about the ice test. It's not real world conditions, but still, these are great products. They will keep your ice far longer than any other thermal mug out there that I'm aware of. So again, this was the best reviewed on Amazon, and this was the most popular of the Yeti knockoffs. $9.74 versus $22.88, and this one was definitely the winner, but they are both great. I personally prefer this one because of the design is a little bit sturdier around the lid. So yeah, check them out. Thank you for watching.